Okay, guys, we got our first shooting video today on the channel. So, kind of to clue you in, and we'll take a little time out, clue you in on what we're doing here, and bear with the low production value. This is my first time, and the bad shooting. This is my first time shooting at a range with a camera on me, and actually, funny enough, this angle, it is my iPhone leaning up against my bag because the lane I was on didn't really have a flat table. It was kind of messed up a bit. My shooting's off because I'm nervous, and the drill I'm doing is actually more difficult than I thought. Plus, I was nervous, I think influencers are super fucking obnoxious. So, yeah, I didn't want to be in there like, hey, how are you, good sir? I demand I use your range for my TikToks. So, yeah, very self-conscious about recording, because I didn't want to seem very influencer-like. But, yeah, we'll kind of continue with the video. So, today, went to the range, did some training, and the train up for today was Dot Torture, which actually I'm going to grab one. I ordered these off of Amazon, like $20 for one. So basically, it's a 50-round drill you can do, and I do it twice with two different pistols. But it's made for pistols, but I'm sure you could do it with rifles if you really wanted to. So the first dot, which you can see I've already shot some because of the camera issues. But the first dot is 5 shots, slow fire. So you draw and you shoot 5 shots at it. So when I start recording, I've kind of switched up the angle, and we're chilling out here kind of 5 shots, and they all went kind of low on dot 1. So for each drill, I'm doing 5 yards, so about 15 feet. And so dot 1 is you draw from a holster. Now at this range, I couldn't draw, or maybe I can. The rules kind of said see range safety officers, but you can't draw from a holster. So wherever it says draw, I do it from the low ready, and then I push it out. So low ready is in like it's down, kind of pointed at the table, and then I push out the firearm. So draw 5 shots. As you can see, my shots went low. Number 2 is draw in 1 shot. So I went low ready, up, 1 shot, down. Now I do have a shot timer, but I didn't really integrate that. I just kind of wanted to dip my feet in this, dip my toe in this drill a little bit. Then, as you can see, pretty horribly on drill dot 3 is 3 shots, dot 3, you draw, you shoot 1 shot on dot 3, 1 shot on dot 4. So basically, you draw, shoot 1 on 3, 1 on 4. Dot 5, which is down here, which at the time of this video is where I'm at. I've only shot 2 shots at it so far. But dot 5 is you shoot 1 hand with your strong hand, so your dominant hand. So for me, that's my right hand. So you shoot 5 shots, you draw, and you shoot 5 shots at strong hand. So low ready, boom, 1 shot. Low ready, boom, 2 shots. I've shot 2, and then I was doing a mag reload because I was using 3 mags for this. So I was pulling out a new magazine. And then dot 6 and 7 are you draw 2 shots on tick 6, 2 shots on 7. So same as 3 and 4, but instead of 1 shot, it's now 2. Shot 8 is weak hand. 5 shots. I did not do that. I'm not confident enough in my weak hand shooting ability. I was at an indoor range. Didn't want to get kicked out for any sort of reason. Didn't do enough dry fire with my weak hand, something I definitely am throwing in the rotation. I just didn't, with how uncomfortable I felt with my strong hand, how nervous I was. I was too much of a baby to do my weak hand. And then you do that for 5 shots. And then for 9 and 10, it's draw, shoot 1 at 9, reload, shoot 1 at 10. You do that 3 times. If you add that up, it took me a while to add it up a few times, but if you add that all up, it is 50 rounds. So, yeah, kind of spoiling it before we kind of get into it. So as you can see, you should be able to see, yep, there's strong hand. I just hit 1 there, and 1 there. So that's strong hands, kind of working it. So I really do like this drill. As you can see, the clip kind of changed because I took 3 videos. So excuse my poor editing work, but I really like this drill. Yeah, you can see my shots going for 6 and 7 right there, going way down. Or it was 2 shots on 6, 2 on 7. There are my 2 6 shots. There are my 2 7. There's my other 2 6. And my other 2 sevens. So, yep, kind of halfway through that. I've done 2 rounds on that drill, but yep, there's another low one. There's a high one. So, low one, and then I kind of barely hit 7. So 7, I'm getting a consistent group when I kind of slow it down, but yeah. So just for some situational awareness, in this iteration of the drill, I'm running a Glock 19. It has a Streamlight TLR 1 light, and I'm running a red dot on it, so a Holosun 507C, HS 507C. I'm reading it actually right off the gun right now. With suppressor high sights, so I do have co-witness iron sights on this bad boy. But the red dot is zeroed for 25 yards. I zeroed it at an outdoor range at my old residence, so just kind of for that, when I maybe it's shooter error, but that's what I'm using, and I'm running Glock magazines with Warren Tactical 20-round extensions, because I've done a few competitions now, and that's what I use for competition. I do have a competition belt that I was going to do these draws off of, and I'm using a T-Rex arm Ragnarok holster from that belt, but today I wasn't using that off the belt. That belt's a Blue Alpha belt. So, yep, as you can see here, I'm kind of running through the end of the drill, doing reloads. So, I still have a few more, I think. Maybe I did a little bit of... Oh, I'm setting up the magazines. Yeah, as you can see, I shoot, reload, shoot again, kind of miss. So, yeah, and this was the first thing I did, so I only brought 100 rounds to the range. So I just straight up cold fired, started this drill. Not my greatest. I usually shoot on, you can see right here, this target that this gentleman has. This is provided by the range I go to. Usually been shooting groups on there at about the distance he's at. I was at 5 yards. He looks to be about at 7, maybe 10. And that's been what I've been usually doing, just kind of working on my groups, and maybe the next video will be groups, but I just had to switch things up and kind of, this seems like a pretty, once a month shoot this drill, kind of get a benchmark for what I need to work with dry fires, and stuff like that. So yeah, this Glock is kind of my bread and butter when I shoot competition. Not that I'm a great competition shooter, but getting into it, I end up shooting this Glock. So I end up usually using this Glock 19 with the red dot on it, and this will be my gun for home defense, basically everything. Like Glock 19, in my opinion, is the Goldilocks gun. So this is kind of the one I get the most practice on. The second pistol I use is the M17, SIG M17, and you're going to get this video uninterrupted. This is the entire M17 I'm using, and I only have the 3 magazines. I don't have anything crazy for the M17 that come with it. No iron sights. It's just straight factory. I run it straight out of the factory. So as you can see, that first shot, I kind of drop off to the left. And then 2 shots kind of on target, 1 kind of down. We'll call it only 1 on target, but this is iron sights. So I went to the range with my buddy last weekend, and I realized that since I've been using a red dot, my iron sights have kind of been lacking, and I feel like it's good to kind of, when I do shoot my groups, I kind of want at the end of every session to shoot maybe 20 rounds. If I'm shooting 100 or 120 rounds, maybe shoot 100 rounds through the SIG, just to kind of keep that gun in rotation and keep competent on that gun. Because I do own it and I do really like it. So here you can see I'm doing from the low ready, bringing it up, shooting around. I've already kind of missed and hit 5 on the bottom there. You can see there's a hit right there, and then I hit 2 there, and then I do end up stopping. Oh, no, that's from this group. But I do end up shooting 1 more, but I end up stopping because there is a dud in the ammo I was using. First, I just bought 500 rounds of this style of ammo. This is my first dud. I've shot up, I think, about 350 rounds of it, and I got a misfire, so yep. And as you can see, kind of going way off. So I'm switching to 3 and 4 now. As you can see, I way wing it and shoot one really low. At this point, I'm extremely nervous. I hit that one, and then I kind of hit a 4 again, so hit 7 there. Really nervous. The dud's kind of freaking me out, the video, honestly. With time, I do hope to make more of these videos and get better shooting. Maybe in the next one I'll show some of my better shots. I feel like I'm genuinely better shot than kind of displayed here, but not by a crazy amount. So now I'm shooting at, looks like number 8. And this one, like I said, this is your, oh no, I'm shooting at 5. And this was my weak hand. So I was actually really impressed with that. 5, I was able to get a couple on target with just my strong hand alone. But the M17 isn't the gun I learned on. It was the Glock 19, of course, as I said. And the M17 is a longer, bigger gun, kind of full-size gun. So I feel like it was easier to shoot compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, but yeah, I really like this drill, honestly. And I'm just kind of like dictating my thoughts over it. But big fan of this drill. I think I'm going to hit some groups next time I go out. And eventually I'll vlog, hopefully, competitions, even though I'm extremely shy about videoing myself in public. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm missing all over the place. I think I'm trying to go for 9 and 10 at this point. Nope. I think I'm still going for 6 and 7. Yeah, I'm still going for 6 and 7, and I'm just missing all over the place. Rapid fire is something I need to work on in my dry fire drill. I think I've been doing a lot of the shoot and then trigger reset, shoot again. Instead, I've been looking at competition shooters. They say that they will shoot, pull down the trigger entirely, and then as the gun is cycling, they'll release their finger off the trigger and push it back to that wall. So just kind of learning the trigger wall without doing the whole like pull the trigger and then slowly let it forward until it hits the wall. They don't for fast shooting, they don't really do that. But yep, as you can see now, I'm shooting at target 8, and on this one I did both hands again. So it's kind of the same as dot 1, where I just hold my hands together. Yeah, but as you can see, these dots are way smaller than the targets I normally shoot. It's great that you get a little comparison. Those have been the past 3. I just moved here, so the past 3 times I've come to the range, I've shot on these. Now look at these dots; they're very smaller. But of course, higher standard of accuracy, so I'm not gonna make that excuse crazy amount. So yeah, as I'm finishing up here on 9 and 10 doing reloads, yeah, I'd just like to say I hope you guys enjoyed my first shooting video. I'm going to come at you more with probably a lot more indoor shooting range stuff. Hopefully I go out to some competitions in this new area here pretty soon. I hear there's some good ones. I will probably get creamed. I'll be 100% with you guys, but I'd love to share this journey and kind of, yeah, start posting and being active in this community because the more, the more, if anything, I can document my journey just to watch myself. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Yeah, peace. It's kind of awkward. I'm just going to let this video kind of finish out.